This person can't stop thinking of you, and with this energy of you shook up my life in the best way, they realize that they have never met anyone like you. They will never meet anyone like you again. And so, this is somebody that is trying to do the right thing, take the right steps forward towards you, because they want to honor the full potential that is possible between the two of you. They feel that they might have even kind of like moved impulsively with you in the past. They became a little bit overwhelmed about the nature, the connection between the two of you, the reality of who you are, that in many ways is very different from like the surface level image that they had, or like the idea that they had of who you would be, what you would be like when they first, noticed you, first saw you, first started getting to know you, and then different aspects of your character or personality that were revealed that definitely kind of like took their understanding of you to another level, and therefore sort of changed their expectations of what they would have to bring forth into this situation in order to kind of like keep up with you, in order to be emotionally available and present, in order to go with the flow, go through the motions of everything that was happening. And so if this is somebody that, kind of fumbled things or created any sort of like misunderstanding between the two of you, this is not a reading for those of you that are in no contact, that are like, no, I don't want to hear from this person again. They ghosted me a long, long time ago. Like, this is not that type of energy. This is somebody that may be running like hot and cold with you. And that is only because, they're very like nervous to say and do the right thing. And so they're putting a lot of pressure on themselves to kind of like remain very confident, remain very present in this circumstance, remain very authentic with you. This may be somebody who's needing to open up about fears, about hesitations, or even about a level of emotional honesty that they've been holding inside, because they understand that you're the type of person you're not going to play games. You're matching this person's energy. Like if they're, running hot, it's like you're very open, you're very giving in this situation, or you're holding a lot of space for them, but they also have noticed that when they run cold, when they back off a little bit, you're very quick to sort of like switch gears. You're very quick to like redirect your focus and attention elsewhere. And that is something that is very attractive to them, because even though it may be sort of a challenging experience at this point in time, this is somebody who is really feeling that the ebb and flow between the two of you is creating like a really good current that can help the two of you to move into something more authentic, deeper than they were anticipating would be possible, maybe this soon or even at all. So you have this person kind of jumping back and forth between the head and the heart, wanting to say and do the right thing, but wanting to make sure that, they don't create any more miscommunication between the two of you than has already been the case, but also recognizing that if they don't provide some kind of clarity or more consistency, that you're the type of person, you're not going to wait around for them to figure things out. You are somebody who knows your worth, your value, and so they know that kind of like the ball's in their court to sort of get it together on their end, in order to be able to kind of like keep you interested, keep this relationship alive. We also have you inspire me. Yeah, so this is definitely somebody who, is thinking about ways in which they can, kind of smooth out any sort of misunderstandings that have happened, any kind of like hurt feelings or anything, where that hot and cold behavior has kind of like made you take a big step back or kind of put up a boundary with them in some kind of way that may just be sort of like subtly understood, energetically speaking, that they kind of like recognize, or they're aware enough of kind of this pattern that has been going on. This is not somebody who's gonna play dumb, or just like, I don't know, they're like really oblivious and have no clues to sort of like what they've been showing up as in this connection so far. They recognize that you're somebody that, again, your worth, your value. And so if they don't kind of create more consistency, more clarity with you, that it won't be very long before you shut the door to this situation and maybe set your sights elsewhere, or, again, kind of like do what you need to do in order to kind of close off to the potential between the two of you, emotionally speaking. Like, they're well aware that this hot cold behavior is like putting unnecessary pressure on this circumstance between the two of you, that at this point in time, it's still so early, it's still so new, it's still so fragile, that they know they can't afford to continue to kind of dance around the obvious. And the obvious in this situation is that they like you a lot. They have never met anyone like you. So the usual kind of like approaches that they take to love and romance, or, that usual progression forward between like interest on sort of like a more of a physical level, lust-based level, and how that eventually, if at all, evolves into something emotional, that whole like usual process, that standard operating procedure for this person, it doesn't apply in this situation, because you're somebody very different from the type of person that they're used to connecting with. Or again, something about like when they started to get to know you, when they experienced you up close and personal, there's something about you that is very different from what they expected, or they didn't expect to kind of like feel this sort of surge of emotion towards you so quickly. So this is definitely somebody that recognizes they need to confront their shadow, they need to confront certain fears, in order to be able to, again, kind of like make you feel that it's worth your while to still hold space for this person, to still kind of like remain open to this person, so that you understand that they have intentions to provide you with a better experience, rather than something that just kind of like makes you sort of question and wonder if this is a waste of time, or if this is something that has like real future potential. We also have, I am deeply in love with you. Yeah, so this person is like, they have fallen for you very quickly, very deeply, and it feels like that is something that has scared the shit out of them. This is somebody that is like, okay, I was just looking for a good time. I was just looking to talk. I was looking to, just take things slowly. And all of a sudden, it's like they are feeling those emotions that it feels like have definitely caught them off guard. You've got this natural magnetism, this aura, this energy about you, this presence about you, that it's like this person couldn't help but fall in love with. And so although that is very like pleasing, it is something that they want, they're reaching for that, as opposed to kind of like looking for the nearest exit to try and like run away from you in this connection. It's definitely something that has also caused them to kind of collide with an aspect of themselves that maybe was set on kind of like controlling the outcome, controlling the pace and the evolution of this connection, that they would take things slow and steady. They would be the one in charge. They would be the one to kind of win you over, or almost like make you fall in love with them first. Only here they are, and they've like fallen in love with you, or they've caught feelings. And so that's that hot and cold energy, somebody that is like, okay, is this safe to like feel this much and continue to kind of lean forward into this, or is this something that is putting them into, kind of a vulnerable position with you? And so this may be bringing up like insecurities, kind of like fear of being like too attached to someone, fears of commitment may be surfacing. So this is somebody that definitely, though, consciously recognizes like they got to figure out that on their side of the equation. You're not going to do that work for them, and you're not going to wait around probably very much longer for them to get it together. So they're putting a lot of pressure on themselves, to trust in these feelings, to not kind of like scare themselves off, to not self-sabotage, because they understand that you're a once in a lifetime person. They're never going to meet anyone like you again. If this circumstance doesn't work out between the two of you, not because you're incompatible, but because this is somebody that is kind of like scared of the ways in which they are feeling so much for you so quickly. They understand that if they walk away from this situation, or if they miss out on the opportunity, like if they lose you to that indecision, they feel that you're the type of person that will haunt them for the rest of their days. They'll always be kind of kicking themselves for what they could have done, what they should have done. And so they're putting a lot of pressure on themselves to be brave, to kind of like fight that urge to get into that kind of like cold, distant, removed energy. This is somebody that's trying to like push themselves to kind of break free of that pattern. When they feel scared, they're like forcing themselves to sort of lean in deeper. This is somebody who knows that they need to, in some sort of way, express this to you, bring this all out on the table. It might even be something where they need to like confide in a trusted friend, family member, somebody close to them, like, hey, I'm falling for this person. I've fell in love with them. It's moving very quickly, and I don't want to miss out on this opportunity, but I don't know if it's safe to kind of like trust in what I'm feeling. Like they might need another set of eyes on this situation. So whatever is going to be kind of the outcome here, this person is definitely feeling that pressure. They are almost in an energy of desperation, kind of like, wait, don't give up on me. There's a better experience than what I've shown you so far, but they also understand that unless they kind of change their tune, bring something different to the table, that you got enough self-respect, you'll walk away, and then they'll just be sort of stranded in love all by themselves. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. Like or comment to claim these energies. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content that I put out here. Don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.